Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in again. Today's video is just a little shop update video. We've got a lot of new items, so I thought I'd do a little introduction video for all of the new bits and pieces. There isn't a particular theme to the releases, but we do have a lot of fall items just because obviously it is coming into fall or autumn here in the UK, so we were kind of feeling that vibe. So yeah, it's kind of got that feel to it, but there's a lot of other tools and stuff like that. So anyway, I'll just start with my favourite make that I've made so far for this launch, and it's this. How cute is that? So you can buy these individually or you can buy them together. I kind of feel like they have to be bought together because they're just so stinking cute. So you've got your dauber handle, which is just like any other handle that we make. We've obviously put our inker on there. It fits in the hand no matter what way you have it. It fits in the hand perfectly. It's so easy to use. It's lightweight. It's just cute. Obviously, it's loads of stacked acorns, which then goes with this little guy, which is a little tray for this to sit on. Now, I know some people will probably be like, "Well, what's the point? That's just a gimmick. Like, what's the point of that?" But we obviously, sometimes these, you put them on the side and they roll and they go all over the place and you lose them. Or you put them on top of your ink pads, which is something that I do quite often, and then the top of your ink pads get really dirty and they're not very nice. Or you just put them on your desk, or you put them on your craft mat, and it just leaves horrible stains of ink wherever you leave it. So this little guy is made to eliminate that. It's cute and it's functional. You can't ask for more than that, really, can you? So yeah, you can get these in loads of different colours, but I just think it's so cute. It's definitely my favourite thing of this launch. So yeah, we'll leave this little guy over here. I've been using that quite a lot recently, and I'm hoping to make more like this as well, these little trays, because we have got the other dauber storage, but I just thought maybe someone might want something less intrusive, less square, just something to pop in the corner, so that's what I made that for. So that will be available. We also have new ephemera, just like the Halloween launch that we just done. We've got some new ephemera. So this is all quite fall/autumn, and I'll just, you can buy it as a bundle like this, so you can buy it all together, or it's available separately. We have 4 of these little paper ruffles, snippets. We've got little bows, which I've made with my bow maker, and I'm again very excited about that one. So we've got 4 of them. So there's the green, yellow, and then we've got 2 oranges. And there we go. So you get 4 of those. Really nice. You can either add them to covers of journals or onto pages or tags or anything like that. Then in a pack you do get these. I should probably separate them out into the packages that you do actually receive rather than just a big bundle. So let me just move them to the side. So yeah, you get these, which is 4 paper snippet, and they've all got autumn and fall decorations with some quotes and some numbers, stamps, cute little animals, and and they've all been stitched together, so you can use these on the edge of a journal page just to add a bit of decoration, or you can cut them up and add them to tags or the covers of your journals as well. You could even use it as a bookmark, I suppose, couldn't you? It's perfect size for a bookmark. Yeah, so we have those. So you get 4 of those, and then you get 7 of these little fabric clusters, and they've all got different embellishments along the top. The fabric used for this is actually a pumpkin printed. It's got some cute little pumpkins and flowers on, so we went with that theme for the embellishments on the top. I've gone for florals and obviously leaves. I think that one's my favourite. I like all the colours on that one. So yeah, you get a total of 7 of those and 4 of the paper snippets. Again, really good for your stash building. You've always got something on hand to decorate your pages with. Then there are 4 of these, so little envelopes. I'm not actually sure how they measure, so let's have a look. Just over 3.5 by 5 inches. You can glue the back of these and place them on a journal page, on a journal cover, and either leave them stuffed with the bits that they come with, and just use them to pull pieces of ephemera as and when you need it. Or you can take this out, use it in your journals, put it in your stash, whatever you want, and then use this as a pocket for mementos or extra journaling spaces. So each one comes with a variety of different pieces. I'm not sure quite how many, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, so 6 times 4, and that's how many you get in each. That's a minimum. You could get some more in there as well, so it just depends. So we've got this one here, this one, and this one. They are full autumn themed, but I think if you was to take the ephemera out, you could use these in any journal. It doesn't have to be a full theme at all. Then we have a pack of these. So these are just little pockets, and I have a bunch of these in my stash just ready to go, and they're so handy. So I've got them decorated like these, and I also have them decorated just quite plain and quite general, and then when I'm making a journal, I just pull one of these out and glue it onto a journal page. Sometimes I will just only glue around here, sometimes I'll glue it all down, it depends, because you can obviously have an extra pocket behind here, and it's just like a quick page design or page decoration, and each one comes with 3 little tags or journaling cards, again all in the autumn theme. So yeah, it's just easy. It's just an easy decoration. They're already made up. I don't have to worry about sitting and inking and cutting and all that. They're all just made and ready for me to put inside a journal. Of course, you don't have to use what's in them. You can take them out, put them in your stash, replace them with whatever you want. So there's 3 of those. And lastly, the exact same idea, but these are with, we've got 2 corner pockets. So again, just to stick onto a page or a cover as a quick and easy decoration with 2 tags inside. So we've got those 2, and then these 3. So that one's like a smaller one, kind of go up in size, and they've all got cute animals on them, again in the autumn theme, and they've all got tags in as well. I think there's 2 in each of those, yeah, so 2 in each of those. So like I say, you can buy that ephemera all together in a bundle, or you can buy just one pack of something that you see that you like. But they'll all be in the shop later today. So that is the ephemera. Now we move on to the journals. There are 3 journals in total. Again, they are in the autumn theme. So let's start with this top one first. I'll just give you a quick flip through. I'll do a normal flip through that we always do on TikTok as well, just so you can see the insides. Nicely decorated, lots of journaling space, doodling space, lots of tags and pockets. This is what I was talking about with these. So I have them pre-made and I just glue them onto the page, and the pockets are already there for me. So that is literally how I use them. That was the perfect example to show you. And they've just been stuffed with some journaling cards also. These were really cute. I really like these, just attached with wax melt here. These are like them ones that we're included in our ephemera bundles, just a little bit bigger. So it's just a little journal tag with some ephemera inside. And we have some of the paper snippets as well. So we do always use the ephemera that we make and put on our store. It is always something that we use ourselves and that we find useful or pretty. Nice little envelope there, another snippet, some more tags and journaling cards, another one of those. I love the colour of that, really matches. I think I've just done that by accident, but it really matches the leaves in the backgrounds. So yeah, lots of room in that one for journaling and all sorts. And it's very orange and yellow, I think. Nice little pocket there. It is a paper cover, so it's nice and lightweight with a bit of vintage lace down the side there. And that is a vintage piece of music paper there as well that I've used. I'm not sure when that is from. It's definitely vintage. Just been sewn onto an envelope to create the cover. So that's that one. And then onto this one. This one has more of a botanical kind of look and feel about it, and it has these nice pieces of vintage fabric on the spine as well. We left the cover quite plain. You can obviously do what you want with these. If you was going to buy some of our ephemera, you could add the snippets to the front cover. It's totally up to you, or you could just leave it blank. I think personally I like it blank, but once you have it, it's yours and you can do what you like with it. So this one, just ignore that. That's just so that we know which is which when it sells. It does come with this little bag of extra goodies. So you've got some extra words and tags, cards, postcards, just lots of ephemera pieces in there. So that comes with that one. Again, I'm just going to give a quick flip through, nothing too detailed, just so you can kind of get the gist of what's inside each of these journals. There are vintage book pages within this one, as you can see here. Just use those throughout to decorate. We've used another one of our little pockets there, page pockets. Lots of tags and pockets and snippets. This one has a lot more blank space available for you to write in. It's super cute. There is lots of ephemera and places to stash things as well. So we've got lots of pockets. That's again like the one that we have. This one. So we just have them ready to go and glue them onto the journal. I think when you see them on their own, they don't really look like much, and they can look quite big as well. And you think, well, that's never going to fit in a journal. But this one is 7.7 by 5, and it obviously fits perfectly. So you would be surprised that you could use them in quite a lot of different things. some more book page, lots of snippets, page edges, lots of space to write. It's really cute as well. Yeah, so that's that one, and I better remember to put the freebies back in that one. And this one also comes with a pack of freebies as well. So we've got the little seed packet, tags, postcards, paper, words, lots in there to get you going with this journal. So this one's pretty much the same. Vintage book pages, lots of pockets, lots of tags and ruffles. You can see we've used those in every single journal. It's so handy just to have to the side and ready to go. We have like a little box of them and we mass make them when we're running low, or if we're ever running low on mojo and we can't get into journal making, we just sit and make our ephemera for the upcoming months. So we'll kind of go through the seasons and kind of say, right, let's get this and this done, and then we just make some general ones as well, so that if we just decide to make a random journal, they'd all be able to be used at some point. So yeah, that's that one. This one has got a vintage doily covering the spine with some really lovely fabric as well for that one. So that is all of the journals that are available. Now we're going to move on to the tools that are available. So I've got them all here. I think I'll start with this pack. Sorry for the bags, I'm just going to take them all out of the bags now so that we can eliminate the packaging noises, because I know that's very annoying. Okay, so first off we have this guy. It's just a quick and easy way to get nice and neat journal pages, little to-do lists and things like that. I actually use this in my own personal journal the other day. Just find it. Where's it gone? Have I got this upside down? No, I haven't. Okay. Yeah, so I use this template to create this page here. So I use the boxes to give me my titles. The little flag here, that I don't think you can see that, but it just tells me what colour. This is for 3D printing. It just tells me what colour I'm going to print in for the filament. So we had a two-tone and a gold. And then I just use these to create my little to-do lists and just put them all along down here, and I've been ticking them off as and when we've completed them. So that was really handy. I think that was it for that page. So yeah, and it also makes, if you're using your journals as well, so if you're using it in your journal, I have been using this as a bookmark. As you can see, I put this in because I had to take this out to take photos of it, but it's so thin that it makes a perfect bookmark so that you'll always know where you are. So a nice handy little stencil there. So yeah, that one will be available. You can get that in this colour or purple, so totally up to you. This one is just a simple shapes stencil. You can draw your stencils, you can ink your stencils, your shapes, sorry. This is what I created with mine. So when I use this in my journals, I will use the hexagons as little honeycomb, and I could sometimes I use them as like a mood tracker, or I think I've used them once before when I was trying to save for something and I had the amount of money in each, and I would just colour it in each and every time that I put that amount of money away. So that's quite handy to use. And then the circles obviously are what I use to create the bubble effect. If I just show you as well, if I just show you how I got this hexagon, because obviously they're not together, so I'll just grab some paper and show you how I done that. It is really quite simple to do, but just in case anybody would like to know. So you can obviously choose any size. You've got your two big ones here, and then they all go down in size here. The same for the circles. You've got all these different sizes here, so you can have different size bubbles, different size. This could be for bullet points if you really wanted to, which is another, I did actually use it for this one here. Just used the hexagons for my to-do list on that page. So let's, if I use the big one so that I know you're going to be able to see it, I'll show you how I do it. So you just place your stencil wherever you need it, draw around your first one, and once you're finished, lift it up and just move it on just so the line is visible on this side, so it actually looks like you've drawn it, and then your corners are obviously meeting up with the corners of the shape on the stencil as well. And then you don't need to draw this line because it's already there, and you just draw in the rest of them, and you just continue on until you're at a stage where you've got the honeycomb pattern that you like. So when you come to do this next one, which would go here, you just place it so that you've got, I'm hoping you can see this, so that you've got a line here and your corners are finishing here, and a line here and your corners are finishing here. And again, you just go in and draw the rest of the lines, and when you're finished, they all join up. And then you can obviously take this, you could cover the whole page if you wanted to, and you can kind of start going down sizes as well, which is what I've done on this one, is to just surround the honeycomb with smaller ones as well. The bubbles, I mean, the bubbles are completely straightforward. You literally just do different sized circles. Let's just do a super small one there. And then inside of the circle, I just added this little detail here just to make it actually look like a bubble. So it was just like a little curved triangle. It just makes it look like a little bubble. So yeah, it looks really boring and it looks like it's not going to be useful, but it really is when you're trying to get something perfect, when you're trying to get something unique to yourself as well. You can really play around with these, and you can make little graphs and things like that. So you could, have you ever seen those graphs where they're kind of like joined over like this? If you was talking about your day and you're trying to explain your thoughts and your feelings, you can kind of join them together to say, well, I was feeling a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of this. So they are really handy. Don't underestimate a little tool like this. It looks boring, but it's really not. So that'll be available. Then we have these stencils. I did show these in a previous video, but at the time they were about half the size of this, and when I was trying to use them, the pattern just wasn't coming up. It just looked like a blob, really. So I took them back to the printer and I made them so much bigger, and I thought to myself, I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place anyway, because nobody wants small stencils. You're going to need, if you're going to be covering a page, you want to be able to actually cover the page. So yeah, we've designed the stars. I'm hoping that this isn't causing too much interference. Plain piece of paper so that you can see them. So we've got the stars, and this is just what I was using to take photos on Etsy. So that was me using the King Art And so I use my King Art gel sticks and my brush just to stencil over the top. I think I used the back side. Yes, you can see I use that side there. So yeah, we have the stars. Then we have strawberries. I just kind of threw these in because I just thought they were quite fun. The others are quite a basic shape, but these are strawberries. You can buy these again. You can buy them individually, or you can get them as a bundle deal as well. So then we have the different version of stars. So these are just the ones with like the 4 points rather than the 5-pointed stars, and they are really, really thin. So they're just like a stencil, super thin. You don't have to really push into the holes because they're so thick. Then we've got hearts, but I seem to have lost my little... Oh no, I've lost my little tester, but yeah, imagine some pink hearts here somewhere. So yeah, we've got those ones. Then we've got the circles. Again, that's the circles. And last but not least, we have the sprinkles or lines, whatever you'd like to call them. And they come out just perfect there as well. What I really like about these as well is that yes, you can use them with your inks, you can use them with your gel sticks, you could even use them with paints. So you could go over like I have here with your ink, but then you can also, I'm going to try really hard to line these up to try and show you exactly what it is that I'm referring to, but I can't get my eyes to work with me here. Oh, that's why, because I used the other side, didn't I? That's why I'm thinking, that didn't come from this stencil, no way. Right, okay, so that's that. So if I just carefully place, obviously you'll do this at the same time, you'll be inking away, but then you can also come in with gel pen, paint again, anything that you have to hand, or a black marker, and you can really get some funky patterns going. I've just realised that the King Arts actually don't like having much put over the top of them after they've been laid down, but anyway, so you can just go in and just decorate. So if you wanted a line of gel pen design, you could do that and just add that in. I'm not going to sit and do them all, and then you're left with this kind of off to the side design. So it's basically, it's just your imagination, just use your imagination with them. Again, they look boring. Oh look, I just found my hearts, there we go. Yeah, they look boring, but they're so useful. You can use them for any craft, not just journaling. It could be card making, scrapbooking. The kids can use them as well, they're really easy. So that is them. Then let's move on to, now these ones, the next ones are going to require a quick little tutorial just to show you how you do use them, so bear with me on this. Many of you might have already seen our little corner tools, and you can buy them in individuals, or you can buy them in a set. They're literally like, they kind of just look like that, so it's just this bit here that you get, and I've decided to make them into an actual ruler so that you have all three in one, and you don't have to worry about losing any. It's all in one place. So let me show you how to use this. So I have here a piece of printed. It's a piece of scrap, but it's a printed digital kit, and a piece of A6 card that I want to cover. If I just bring in, this is one that I've done here to show you. So imagine that this here once was like this, 2 separate pieces, and I've covered them. So on your ruler you have numbers. Now the numbers don't represent thickness of the tool here, which is when I first started looking into these tools, that's what I thought that it meant. It was the thickness here, but they're all the same width. It's actually a very small amount in this corner here. It goes up, so this is 2 mil away from this edge here. This one is 3 mil away from this edge here, and this one is 5 mil. So if you look really closely, and when you get it, you will notice that you can see the difference in the points. And basically all it does is it sits in a corner here, and I'll show you how to use it, but the results are that you can see that's the 2 mil, that's the 3 mil, and that's the 5 mil. So you get more here, you get more space on this piece here, because the bigger it is, the thicker your book cover can be. So if you're repurposing an old book cover that you've got that's quite thick, then you would use a 5, and it gives you more room to play with and to cover. So I am going to use this. I've got a couple of projects on the go at the moment, and I am going to show you exactly how to use this, but I'll give you a quick rundown on the number 2, which is used for things like paper, card. The 3 I would recommend for anything like a chipboard or cardboard, if you're going to use cardboard that's quite thick, not the cereal box type cardboard, that would be a 2, but the kind of packaging of cardboard, that would be 3. And then 5 I would recommend for if you're using a fabric cover and you've got a padded cover, or if you're, like I say, using an old book cover and you've gutted it and you're going to repurpose it and cover it, then this would be, or if you had some really thick mount board, this would be what you would use. So in order to cover this, you just place it where you need it. I do need some glue, so bear with me. Right, so glue. Let's just really quickly glue this down, so you can put it kind of towards the centre of this. It really doesn't matter, because once I'm finished it's going to be perfect. Just make sure it's all glued down. So like I say, because I'm using, this is a 300 GSM card, I'm going to be using the smallest, which is a 2. If I was using cardboard or a really thick mount board, then I would go up to the appropriate size. And in a later tutorial, obviously, I will show you the thickness and how to use them. So I want to get this covered, and all I need to do is grab this, place it over the corner of the book cover, tag, whatever it is that you are covering. Grab a pen, pencil, whatever, it doesn't matter because it's not going to be seen, and just draw a line down there. You can also just use this with, I haven't got one to hand at the moment, with just a craft knife, but we'll just mark that there and we'll cut that later, and then just do this for all 4 sides. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to grab your scissors and just literally just cut where you have drawn. You can obviously skip this step if you decided to use your craft knife and eliminate the third person, i.e. the pencil. If I had mine closer to hand, I would use mine. So now you have perfectly cut corners. These are the corners that you would get if you used our bookmaking tools as well, so it's the same process. This just gives you more freedom to cover what you want, not being dictated to by a template of a bookmaker. And then I'm not going to glue this down at the moment, just for speed and ease. And you literally just go around and cover your said book cover or tag, journal card, whatever it is that you are looking to cover. And each and every corner is perfect. And you've got the perfect mitered corner. Obviously it will be glued, but yes, that is how you use the mitered ruler. So that's that one. Then let's go on to this little beauty. Let me just get it out of the packaging for you. Okay, so as you can see, this is a handy dandy bow maker. Like I said in a previous video, I've been wanting to make bows for a while, but mine are just absolutely awful, and I'm not going to embarrass myself and show you how I make a bow without this tool, because I'm just not doing it. I'm not embarrassing myself. So I'll show you how to make one with this instead. So obviously all you need is this tool and some ribbon. I keep the ribbon attached until I do need to cut it off. I keep it attached to the reel. Sorry, this is just some autumn plain ribbon which I purchased from the Range, which is a crafter shop in the UK. Okay, so you take your tool and you place your starting piece of ribbon into this little slot here and place your thumb over it. It just keeps it still, it keeps it handy so that it's not flying all over the place. Then you choose your size of your ribbon, so you can go as big or as small as you like. Now with this thicker ribbon, obviously I would recommend to go as big as you possibly could, because the smaller you go, this is the smallest I went, which was 2 prongs in, and that looks absolutely fine, but if I went any smaller I would really struggle to get the definition in the bows, so probably wouldn't recommend, unless you've got a really thin ribbon, I wouldn't recommend doing a smaller one than that. This one I believe, yeah, was 4 and the green was 3, so we'll go for 4 again. So, and by 4 and prongs I mean these here, so you've got this tool here that's literally in half, so this is your halfway point, and you want to fold your ribbon over diagonally from your little holding spot here into your desired slot. So I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to place my ribbon in here around the back like so. Then we need to get it over to the other side, so we just come around the back, make sure I've got enough ribbon coming off of my spool. So we come around the back, making sure that you're keeping your ribbon nice and flat, and you go through the exact same prong on the other side. You then bring your ribbon to the front and cross over at the centre. Again, you do, if you have, this one is like a satin and then on the other side isn't, so if you have a patterned or directional ribbon, you want to make sure that you have it in the right place. Then you just pop your second tail into that little holdy bit here, and this is where you can then cut the ribbon away from the spool if it is attached to a spool. So just give yourself enough to tie off at the end and cut there. I should have used my fabric scissors. I didn't have them to hand, so let's just try that again, shall we? Yeah. Okay. Right, so now you have your 2 tail pieces to in here, and this is your main bow piece. Now you want to remove this piece that you've just tucked in and cut, and you want to pop it in this hole that is underneath your first piece of ribbon. So you want to pop it in that hole so it goes over, pull it nice and tight, bring it behind the tool and inside the middle prong so that you can bring the ribbon right the way down into your central circle here, and that is your bow shape constructed. You can then release this piece here. Keep it nice and tight though, because obviously you don't want your ribbon going anywhere. This is probably the most fiddliest part, but when you do it more often it gets a lot easier. So you just want to keep your tails nice and tight and tie a nice tight bow here. So this is going to be the back of your ribbon, so again you want to make sure that your silky bits are facing the way that you want them to, or if you have patterned ribbon, you make sure the pattern is on the right side. And it's so easy, you just manipulate it and twist it to where you want it to be. It's so easy. So just give that a really good tight pull just to make sure that that is nice and secure. And that is literally it. You can now remove your bow from the maker and you have a perfectly made bow. Obviously you will trim off your tail ends just to make it a little bit neater, and you have a perfect bow. And I just cannot get this type of bow. If I try and do this myself, I just epically fail. It looks worse than what a child would do. It's terrible. So this is really handy. I've used it. You see me using it on my Halloween journal. I made a little bow to go on the front. And we have used them on our ephemera pieces as well. So yeah, super handy. Really, really impressed with this tool. Can't believe I didn't make it a lot sooner. It's kind of like a staple, really. It's something that's quite an essential for a crafter, really, just to have a quick bow maker on hand. So that's the bow maker. Again, that'll be available in the store as well. Now this one, this next release is the final installment on the envelope makers. So if you remember, with our envelope maker we have the 4-petal folding envelope, which we've showed you, and we've obviously showed you how to use that in your journals. Well, we're leveled up and we've gone for a 6-petal, and this is the result. So obviously you do as well get your little template for the card insert that comes as standard with all of our envelope templates. This is the actual template itself. It looks really daunting, and I kind of got a bit scared when I first printed it and thought, oh my god, I am never going to be able to do that. But just bear with it, it is so easy. Once you do it once, you can just keep going. So this one here was the first one that I made, and I was super scared, and that really intimidated me. And I thought, I'm not wasting any nice paper, so I'll use a cheap copy paper. And this was the result. I was very, very impressed. So it literally just folds in and out. This you could pop this in a pocket and have it pulled out and open it as I just did, or you can glue it onto a page so that your base is completely stuck down, and then you will be able to, let me see if I can do this, open it up. Just imagine that was stuck down onto a piece, and then you have a journal card inside, or pieces of ephemera inside, sprinkles, you can put anything inside, and then you just close it up and it all just closes in on itself like this. And once it's kind of gone into that shape once, it literally just folds in on itself again. So that was my first one. That was literally my first one. I'm not lying to you, I did do that and folded it and thought, oh my god, I actually done it. It wasn't that hard. So that was that one. And then I used an actual, this was printed onto 160 GSM paper, I think. And the results were exactly the same, absolutely perfect. So folds in and out really easily, and once you get the hang of doing it, you'll be addicted to it just like I was. So let me grab some paper and I'll show you how to do it. I was trying to find a double-sided printed piece, but I couldn't find one, so we're just going to go with this one for now. So you can draw your template whichever way round you prefer, back to front, with a pencil or without. It's totally up to you. So I'm just going to draw around every petal on this template. Okay, so that's what you're left with once you've drawn around your template, and now you just want to cut that out. So I'm just going to speed cut this. Okay, so that is that all cut out and ready to be folded. Now when you get your template, you will see that there are some little dotted lines just to show you exactly where you need to fold. But again, once you've done it once, you do kind of learn the placements and you don't always need to follow this. So basically you just need to follow all of these lines around to ensure that you've got the folds where you need them. So I tend to just start with the template and the piece of paper in the same position and start with my half fold inside of my petal, and this will just give me the starting place so that I don't get too confused or too lost in the folding process. So I can get it to look exactly as it needs. So here is that fold. Then you want to just move along and do each and every fold. So we've just done this fold here. We're going to move on to this fold here, which goes all the way along over to this side. So that means we need to bring in these top two petals and fold a direct line across there. I hope you can see where I'm going with that. So that's that fold line there, like so. When we fold that out, that is the line that we have there. I'm hoping that this is making sense. So then we now want to move on to this fold line here. So we need to fold these two petals here. I'm trying to keep the template in the same position without getting my arms in the way, which is quite difficult. But again, I'll just hold it against the template so that you can clearly see where I'm going. So I'm moving from this centre, I'm just going all the way around to get where I need to be. So we've just done this fold here. Now we want to do our centre fold inside of this petal, which is there. So we now have that one there. And then we need to do this line here. So we need to do this fold along here. So we're just moving back up to fold along this area. So just line up your petals like so. Again, I'll just place it on there so you can see that's what I'm talking about. And do this as well when you have this at home. Do this. Bring the template in and out so that you make sure you do get your folds everywhere that they need to be. This is exactly how I done it on my first go, and it worked a treat. So we've just done this one here. Now we're going to move on to this one here, which will be folded along here. Okay, so that's that one. Now we need our halfway petal point. So we'll just go through and pop that one in now. Obviously, remember, we don't want to go into this hexagon space here, which you can see is starting to form as we're moving along. So we've just done this. I've got my template the wrong way. Right, we've just done this one here. So this one here is already taken care of because we've done it up here. So we need to move on to this one, which is this line across here. Just fold that there. We have already taken care of this fold here. We've done that at the start. So we can just move on to, we've just done this one, so we don't need to worry about that. Now we move on to this fold all the way down here. So I'm hoping you can see just how easy this really is. It looks so complicated, but it really isn't. When you break it down into sections and going around in a circle, it really does work, and it's really helpful. So, done that one. Now we just need our halfway point circle inside that petal. So we'll fold that one now. So we've done this one. We've done this one because it was taken care on a previous fold. We've done this one because it was taken care on a previous fold. So now we just need to do our central line here. And that's the last fold that we do because we've already taken care of that one there as well. So just fold that in half. So we can move this now to the side to get that out of the way. Now this was probably the hardest part of it, but again, once you do it more than once, you start to get used to it. So all I do is I just make sure that I've got my hexagon in the center there. I just really crease those lines just to give me that basic shape in the middle. And then you want to go around and pinch all of the petals in half, like so. So you want your design, your desired design, to be on the outside. So you want to pinch them with your designs facing outwards, and just go around and do that for each petal, just to make sure that they're all folded correctly. And the last one. Okay, so then you're left with this little bowl kind of shape, and all you do is push it all in so that you get this little tower here. So if I show you, that's what it looks like from the top, that's what it looks like from the side. So all of your petals are standing up to attention, and then all you do is fold one down, fold the next down, fold the next down, fold the next down, fold it, and you can see that it just perfectly falls into this pretty little flower shape here. And that's it. That is it. It is so simple. It looks so daunting, but it is so easy, and it gives such a good effect. So like I say, you can glue this and put it onto a journal page, having it opened out, and each time it just naturally wants to fold into that position. You can obviously just go through and really press those folds down to ensure that they are 100%, they know where they're going, and it's perfect. Open and shut. You don't even have to have it so that it opens. You could have just this as a page decoration, and then you could put maybe the smaller bow would look better. Yeah, you could put that little bow in the center, and you've got yourself a little page decoration. So yeah, again, just use your imagination, and it will provide all of the design that you need. So I think that is it for our new shop update and all of the items that are available. I just wanted to be able to show you everything that we have. Sometimes we A photo just doesn't do it. A photo trying to explain how to make this just will not cut it. You will look at that and think, yeah, right, I'm never making one of those. So just wanted to get a video out there to show you that everything that we make is super useful and super easy to use. As always, the link will be in the description, and I hope that I've given you some ideas, and yeah, I hope you have fun with this shop update, because I certainly did. Thanks again for watching, everyone. See you in the next one. Bye.